Good morning, dear children of class nursery. It's your conversation class. So let's start our today's class 1. In which class do you read? If anyone asks you, in which class do you read? You have to tell, I read in class nursery. Okay. Next, how many students are there in your class? So you have to tell, there are 40 students in my class. Next, how many boys and girls are there in your classroom? There are 25. There are 15 boys and 25 girls in my classroom. Next question. How many doors and windows are there in your classroom? There are one door and there are two doors and two windows in my classroom. So you have to tell, there are two doors and two windows in my classroom. Okay. How many classrooms are there in your school? There are 10 classrooms in my school. Okay, there are 10 classrooms in my school. Next, how many students are there in your school? There are about 30 students in my school. Okay, so there are about 30 students in my school. Next, how do you go to school? So you have to answer that I go to school by. अगर आप बस से जाते हो, so you can say I go to school by bus. अगर आप साइकिल से जाते हो पापा के साथ, so you can say I go to school by cycle. I go to school by car. I go to school by Toto. Okay? तो आप जिससे भी करके स्कूल में आते हो वही आपको यहाँ पे बोलना है. ओके. नेक्स्ट, व्हेन डज योर स्कूल स्टार्ट? माई स्कूल स्टार्ट्स एट 10 o'clock. ओके. When does your school get over? My school get over at 2 o'clock. When your school get over at 3 o'clock, so you can say 3 o'clock. Okay. So the question is, what does your school get over? So you can say my school get over at 3 o'clock. Okay, or 2 o'clock. How many teachers are there in your school? So you can say there are 10 students in my school. Okay, so there are 10 teachers in my school. Okay, so how many teachers are there in your school? You can say there are 10 teachers in my school. Okay. Does your school have a playground? If you have, then you can say yes, there is a big playground in my school. Okay. Next, do you play games in your school? Yes, I play games in my school. You can say yes, I am play games in my school. Okay. Is there any library in your school? No. Here is yes, but we have no library in our school. So you can say no, there is no library in our school. Okay. Next question, is your school neat and clean? You can say yes, my school is very neat and clean. Okay. Do you love your school? Yes, I love my school very much. So the question is, do you love your school? So you have to say that, yes, I love my school very much. Okay? Thank you. Please practice it at your home.